This is Don with SuperiorHomeSolutions.com. In our video today, we're going to discuss your role in the home building process and how performing your role leads to a great home building experience and gets you that home that you really want and the home you expect. Now, before we get into it, could you do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel so I can send you our latest videos. All right, let's get into the information. Being in the home building industry for many years, I watched many new construction home buyers, and I noticed many of them simply they don't know what their role is or what it involves as that purchaser, as that buyer of a home. Now, many assume their role is very passive one. They think that they make some decisions on the options like flooring, lighting, maybe some plumbing fixtures, and they have a couple of meetings with the builder, and then the builder takes over. They take care of the rest of it. Now, while it's true that the builder has the biggest role in that home building process, you as a buyer still have a very important role in your home build, one that you have to understand and you have to act upon in a wise manner. So what is this role? Now, I thought about this, and what came to mind is the role of a CEO in a business or a company. Think for a moment what a CEO is and what they do. They oversee, don't they? They make executive decisions, just as their title says. They are the chief executive officer of that company. Now, as the CEO, they are head of how that company operates. This means they have to know about the various facets and variables that exist in that company. For example, what funds are available to run the business? What talent is available to them, team members? How about resources and materials that are available to them? They have to know these things, and they have to know how they can produce a quality product that people want. And when a CEO runs a company, they have to deal with all these different things, don't they? So he or she, they may have a lot of responsibility, or they might have the luxury of delegating a lot of that responsibility to someone else. For example, if there's a lot of funds in the company available to them to dispose of and use, they get to delegate a lot of their responsibilities, or they can hire better talent to help them build and run that company more effectively, or they have the option and possibility to produce a better product if they so choose to. The opposite is true too, isn't it? If there aren't a lot of funds available, if there isn't a lot of talent available, that business is going to be more difficult to run. And he or she may have to bear more of that personal responsibility too. Now, a good CEO, they evaluate all these different variables. They devise a plan and they implement that plan. And within that plan, they have a system of checks and balances to run that company as effectively as they possibly can to get the best results in the end. Now, the same principles apply for you in the home building role. You essentially, you are the CEO, right? You have a budget, funds available. You have certain builders or talent available to you. You also have certain materials that are available to you. So all of these factors affect your build, and they affect the role you play in that build too. How you handle it, what you do within that role. So you evaluate all these things. You devise and implement a plan. And within it, you have a system of checks and balances as part of that plan. Now, what are some of the specific variables for you in building your home? For example, if you have a lot of funds and great builders available to you, you get to pick the best builder if you so choose. You get to pick the better lot. You can select high quality materials. On the other hand, if you don't have as much money available to you, or you don't have a lot of great builders available or subcontractors available in your area, you have to adjust. And if that's the case, you can still get a well-built home, but you may have to spend more time, more effort trying to get that right builder, or checking up on the builder you hire to make sure that they're getting you the home that you want, the home that you agreed to when you made your initial agreement or contract with them. Now, you can even hire your own home inspector to help you with this process so that you can check on that work. So don't think it all has to be on you. You can get some help for a reasonable price. Now, as the CEO of your home build, you want to dictate the tone of that build. Your demeanor, how you act toward that builder will do that. You want to be professional, direct, and express what you expect. At the same time, though, be cordial. Don't be over demanding with them. Think for a moment about the home builder role and what's all involved for that home builder, what he has to go through. It's a long process for you and for him as well. It takes many months, if not even years. There's many obstacles and problems that they have to overcome, like material shortages, getting subcontractors to show up and to show up on time. There's so many different variables involved that they have to oversee, obstacles they have to overcome, parts they have to manage, like meetings, effectively managing those subcontractors, handling the finances, which includes paying invoices. How about communications with you and inspections they have to deal with? And then all these things have to be done in a natural progression from beginning to end of that process. And if one of those things goes out of whack, something can't get done on time, then that holds up the rest of that build process. So at the same time, be direct, professional, be reasonable with them too. As you're going through the build, when you realize how overwhelming it might be for you or stressful, you realize how that could be for the builder as well too. Now, yes, this is their job. It's their responsibility. It's what they signed up for. But a little bit of empathy goes a long way with a builder. So be considerate, because think about this. When you want something done, maybe you want a change done, for example, being considerate to them goes a long way with them. Your builder in turn will be more likely to go out of their way for you. They will advocate for you, because really in the end, that's what you want. You want an advocate. You don't want an opposer. You don't want your builder on one side and you on the other side of an issue. Yes, you are two separate entities. Don't get me wrong there. You're in a business relationship. But if it goes well, a builder will side with you and they'll do their best to get you that home build and that experience and house that you want. Now, going back to our original illustration of a CEO in the business world, this person has to hire and fire people, right? They have meetings, they assess situations, and they make decisions. Sometimes they have to make very difficult decisions. The same thing is true of you in the home building process. You as that CEO of it, you have to have meetings with the builder. You assess the home, you assess the progress that's taking place, and you have to make decisions right along the way. You might even have to make some very difficult ones at times, especially if the builder is not being reasonable anymore. Whether you're building production or a tract home, as they call it, or you have a custom home, you need to have a system of checks and balances in place to make sure that build is happening, occurring as it should be, according to what you expect, according to the quality you expect, and according to the communications you expect with one another. Now, unfortunately, a home build, it does have its hiccups at times, and sometimes it is the fault of the builder. So you always need to be prepared for those scenarios. You as a CEO, be ready for anything. Try not to over exaggerate though the situation or make it worse. Yes, it can be stressful and will be stressful at times, but take a step back. Truly assess the situation for what is taking place there, what's going on, and look at it, try to at least from a business standpoint. Now, this might be difficult to do. This is a personal thing, right? It's costing you a lot of time, a lot of money, and it's going to be your home. But try to remove yourself from it emotionally if you can and deal with it in a professional manner with that builder. And let's say if problems occur when with you and the builder, or you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, or they're just being unreasonable now, then respond according to each of those situations. Try to look for solutions to those problems. If necessary, if you can't resolve the issue, get another professional involved, someone that can be more objective, such as a mediator or attorney. These ones are great third-party resources to resolve conflicts. Now, another part of your role can be to provide incentives to the home builder and others within that work field. Incentives help to motivate the builder and others to make sure that you get what you want in the end. So these things can be given in a financial means. For example, you could say to the builder, if you get my home finished within X amount of time, I'll give you a bonus of this amount of money. If the builder, think about it, has 6 other houses on their plate that they're building, do you think this is going to motivate him to pay more attention to your build? Sure, it will. That will help them to stay focused on it. Now, another incentive is to show up at the job site. How about showing up with some drinks, donuts, snacks, or lunch for the workers there? A gesture like this goes a long way with those workers. They're working long, hard hours, sometimes in very extreme weather. It could be raining, snowing, or scorching hot out there. And when they see and realize and appreciate, when you appreciate their hard work, it really boosts their morale. In turn, it encourages them to go that extra mile on your home build. They'll build your house right and not just slap it together when you show them some appreciation like that. So think about those type of things. Show some consideration to them. The last point I want to make about your role is who you hire as your home builder. Now, some people think I just need to find a builder and then it will be taken care of. But that is so untrue. You just can't find any builder because there are good ones and there are bad ones. I have seen many buyers pick the wrong builder and I saw the consequences. It could be a long, drawn out build. It could be poor workmanship, loss of money, all resulting in stress and anxiety for you, the buyer. So you have to put in that effort to find that good builder. So when you're hiring the builder, spend that time that's needed. It may take you some time, but it's so worth it. Of course, this is no easy task on your own because you have to have knowledge of and experience, right? I want you to get the builder you need. So I put together an in-depth guide that takes you step by step through that process of getting a home builder. It teaches you the types of home builds, how to search for and find home builder candidates to interview. It also tells you about the different types of builder agreements that are out there and how to interview and question that builder. And then how to vet them, how to research that builder. Now, as part of the interview process, interviewing that builder within this guide, I have over 100 questions as part of it to help you really probe and investigate that builder to see what they are about. And within these questions, it also has explanations and tips along with them so that you know exactly what you're asking and how to use that question and how to get the most from it. Now, this isn't just something like you can find on the internet where there's 5 or 10 of the top questions you should ask your builder. It's not like that at all. This is a really thorough, in-depth, comprehensive guide that will help you get your right builder and help you have confidence in getting that builder. So if you're interested, the link's down below. If you found this video helpful with your home build journey, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so I can give you those helpful videos as they come out. And let me know in the comments what else you would like help with. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great home building journey.